10a. So in this chapter, we finally saw another tense, the future tense. Very exciting. Now we can talk about things that haven't happened yet. So we saw how to form the future of most verbs. We also saw the future of verbs that end in "isdo," what they do. Right? They drop the Z and become E contract. We saw that contract verbs, the vowels lengthened. We saw a list of forms worth paying attention to, verbs with deponent futures. Definitely want to be familiar with that list of verbs. Pretty sure I've included them in the Quizlet. And also it gives us the future of to be, right, which is definitely one you want to know. Not surprisingly, it looks unusual, but you were probably expecting that with to be. All right, so first paragraph here, I've underlined the verbs in red. The futures are highlighted in green. And then a couple other things I've highlighted in yellow to talk about. So grab the eraser so we can see what I'm looking at. Tede hysteria epe proton anatele ho helios ho dikiapolis tein te grenaika kai tus paidas egere. Egeres te pesin, dioligu gar tiasometa tus chorus, speldite eme egar me spelsate opse apixometa, ho de papos eticatude, houn dikiapolis egeru o papa pesin, egar me spelses opse apixe, age, egesomai soi pros to teatron, homen un papos egeritai, ode dikiapolis passi pros ton teatron hegetai, epe de or epe dapignuntai, pleistoi ede anthropoi to teatron plerusin. Okay, so anatele rises. What rises? The nominative, right? Ho helios. All right, so first date of a time when, on the next day. When first the sun rises, so when the sun first rises. Okay, so when that happens, what happens? Dikiapolis, the verb is egere. He's active, so he wakes up the or both, right? To both the wife, right? Third declension, accuser singular ends in a. So gune nominative, gunaikos is the genitive, so gunaik is the stem. So he wakes up his wife and the children, tus paidas, another third declension. He says, egeriste, get up. And so now the middle plural imperative, right? Because he's telling them not to get someone else up, but to get up themselves. Okay, 4, soon, teasomata. So we have the S stuck in here before the omata ending. That's your sign of the future from most verbs, right? So we will see the choruses. Speldite, the plural imperative from speldo, hurry. Gar, for, if, may, spelsite, if, and here we have an indicative verb as future, right? You see the S stuck in there, that's your sign of the future. For if you, plural, will not hurry, okay, apixometa. So here we have another S, right? Apik neomai here, the stem is shortened, and a G or a K sound followed by an S becomes a X, right? So the S here is buried inside of this letter, right? A KS letter here. So we talked about that, both in the chapter and the Nearpod, of course. Right, definitely be going back and checking out the Nearpods, right? That's where I've laid out everything in the most detail. So we will arrive late. So for if you will not hurry, we will arrive late. Okay, moving on. Grandfather still is sleeping. Therefore, Dikiapolis says, Egeru, O Popeye. Yeah, Popeye. So get up, father. Okay, Egeru. Remember the form here? That's an imperative. It's a middle singular imperative. Right? If you're really on the ball, you remember the ending originally as a so, but it's generally going to come out as oo, right? For all but a few verbs. So it's a middle singular imperative, oo. Right? So this is a middle, so get yourself up. So get up, father, he says. For, okay, spelsace, again, is a future. So for if you will not hurry, okay, you will arrive late. Apixe. Right, this is future. It's middle. Okay, this is tricky. You remember middle voice, second person can be a.iota subscript, or it can be EI, and that's what it is here, EI. So that EI here is not a third person singular, it's a second person singular, middle. Okay, so it's you will arrive. Right? This is the middle form, deponent verb, so it's not going to have an active form to confuse it with. So for if you will not hurry, you will arrive late. Come on, age, imperative. Hegesamai, right? S again, or sign of the future for most verbs. This is the middle, that's no barrier. So I will lead the dative, right? You lead the dative. I will lead you to the theater. Therefore, the grandfather, egeritai, he gets up. Middle, right? He gets himself up. Dicapolis, hegetai, he leads the dative. Passi, all of them. The first and third adjective, pass upon. Right? He leads all of them to the theater. When they arrive, pleistoi, very many anthropoi, people already, plereusin, fill the theater. Plereusin, you look at that and say, oh, I know what that is. That's an E contract. No, it's actually an O contract, which I'm not sure what chapter they get to that offhand, but you won't see it this year, I don't believe. So it's a no contract. I think it comes at the end of the book one. I think they cover O contracts. Either that at the beginning of book two. I think it's the end of book one. Right. So it's an O contract, right, which kind of looks like an E contract here. Right. No reason for them to talk about it at this point. But that's actually what it is. So it's not actually an E contract, although it looks like one. It's actually an O contract. All right. So very many people already are filling the theater. All right. So what's going to happen in the theater? Probably a lot of this stuff. Weird dancing. All right. So you have that to look forward to. All right. So finish this off. We'll go over it. We'll go over it in the future tomorrow, hopefully. All right. So until next time.